Okay, here's a quick look at my TBS Discovery quadcopter and the modifications that I've had to make it do what I wanted it to do. I've posted a video when I first built this quad, and since then I've had to do a number of modifications to make the camera work well and that kind of stuff. So just a real quick overview from the front to back here. Actually, let's start from back to front. I removed my Spectrum gear and I went with the FreeSky telemetry system because it's supposed to be a little more stable or a little more trustworthy than the Spectrum gear. So it's got diversity antennas here. Here's a vertical, here's a horizontal one right here, and so far it's been okay. Next, I've got the NASA controller in here with the GPS. And I can tell you that this flight control, this NASA flight controller, totally changes the way a quadcopter flies. I've tried a number of the multi-Wii and the KK multi-boards, KK 2.0, and they all fly pretty good, but this is really, really a step above. And for proximity flying, for me, it's just a necessity. Next up, I've got the Fayutech Hornet OSD and the GPS that goes along with that. And another thing is I raised this GPS up to match this NASA GPS. For some reason, when this GPS is down here on the plate, it takes forever to lock onto satellites, if it ever does at all. Raise it up about 3 or 4 inches, and 15 seconds, we're good to go. There's a lot of antennas on this thing. I've got GPS antenna here, GPS antenna here. I've got FreeSky control antenna. I've got 5.8 video antenna. But it flies pretty good. I'm flying this still on 3S with APC props. They're 10 by 4.7. I have been using the 10 by 3.8. And they give a little bit better efficiency, but just not enough thrust to punch out of a dangerous situation. So I went with the 4.7s, and they work a fair bit better. I haven't tried the Graupners yet. I'm about this close to running this on 4S with the Graupner 9x5 props, or at least to try them out. On the front here, and this is for Tim, who emailed me about vibration dampening. This, I will say, is the best vibration dampening that I've used to date. And I've tried 15 different versions of vibration dampening, from the earplugs in a variety of different configurations to moon gel, to these rubber things right here that you get at the dollar store that fit on here. And these work pretty good, actually, to be honest with you. Actually better than the moon gel because they're so much thicker, and they got these little nubs here, and it does a fairly good job of vibration dampening. But nothing like the earplugs. And this is basically how I mount these earplugs. I've got a surface on the bottom. I've got earplugs, and they're sandwiched and stuck with 3M Extreme mounting tape. This stuff is important. It's important that you use this kind of tape. This is the best tape, double-sided tape you can use for any multi-rotor craft, in my opinion. It sticks and it does not come off unless you really, really pull it. And usually when you pull it, instead of glue coming off, it's going to split in between the 2 layers of glue in that foamy area. The beauty of it also is once you get the pieces apart, you can just rub that glue off of there and it comes right off. But basically, this is the first version of this mount that I made for my DJI F450, and it's 2 10mm carbon rods with this 3M double-sided tape sticking 2 earplugs on each side, to a piece of Lexan with a GoPro mount. Now, simple, and cheap, but works really well. These earplugs work really well if you suspend your camera this way and you take the load off of these earplugs and give them room to move and flex and absorb vibration. If you mount it on top and then you rubber band it down and you load these things up, they don't work worth a darn at that point for vibration dampening. So you have to hang them underneath and have them unloaded to do that. Now I can tell you these things are strong. This tape and these earplugs, and I mean, look at that stretching when I yank on that. It just doesn't want to come loose. And for that reason, I got my GoPro mounted on the Black Sheep Discovery, and it's just, I have 5 on here because this is a big plate, and they're taped on, and it's got plenty of room to move, flex, yank, no problem. I have never had an issue with these things coming loose. Now, that being said, I would still recommend a safety wire, or picture wire, or something like that from your GoPro to your frame, just in case. But I haven't done that. I haven't really had the need to do that. Never had a problem with the GoPro. But hanging underneath here with these unloaded, it gives it some wiggle room. It's just firm enough not to shake and vibrate when it's flying, but soft enough to absorb the vibrations. So I think those things are really, for my money, that's the best deal that I've got going. I've tried just so many different things. So yeah, that's the way to mount that. And I've got 5.8 Fat Shark here, and I'll probably be putting a different video transmitter on here. Actually, I guess I can just show you what I have. Just received all new 5.8 gigahertz, 32 channel video transmitter and receiver from Foxtech that I'm going to be doing a review on. A really nice unit. This is a 32 channel, 600 milliwatt, 4 bands, pretty much every 5.8 gigahertz frequency you could ever possibly want in here. The cool thing about this is it also includes all the frequencies that Fat Shark goggles receive. So you can use this 600 milliwatt video transmitter to send video directly to your Fat Sharks. And I'm really looking forward to trying this out. I'll be doing a pretty good review, not on the quad just yet. I'm going to put it on my Skywalker and do some range testing with the whip antennas that come with it, and then with some clover leaves, and then see how this transmitter works with the RCA832 receiver, as well as the Fat Sharks, kind of compare those two. But I'll be putting this through its paces, and I'm looking forward to trying that out. And look for that coming soon. Thanks for watching. Have a good weekend.